life is simple. And because life is simple, you can have anything you want. I know it sounds ridiculous because you've been told that adulting is hard. But the fact is, life is simple. I didn't say it's easy, but it's simple. If you apply the necessary principles, you get the results you want. You can have anything you want if you're willing to pay the price, if you're willing to do the work. So many people claim to want things, but they're not ready to do the work to get those things. And if you say you want something and you don't do what it takes to get it, you're not going to get it. That's just how it is. So it's not the thing itself that's impossible, it's that you're not ready to put in the required effort to get it. I remember for the longest time, I kept complaining about my weight. I was overweight. I was very big at some point. And I complained and whined and told everybody who cared to know that I hated being overweight. I wanted to lose weight. I complained, I talked about it, but I never did the work. And sometimes I tried diets, but then I'd give up halfway. I started working out, but then just as it got challenging and I was supposed to start seeing results, I would stop. And this continued for years. And I continued my complaining. But then something happened. My aunt died. She lived in our house and she was obese. And obesity predisposes you to a lot of diseases. So she had cancer and high blood pressure and diabetes. And it was just painful to watch her suffer. But it was the wake-up call I needed. I knew that I needed to get healthy, and getting healthy meant losing some weight. So finally, I was motivated enough. I did my research. I figured out what diet would work best for me. And of course, that meant reducing my calorie intake. And I decided to start working out. And this time, I was determined to see it through. Nothing was going to stop me. So guess what happened? Of course, I lost weight. Of course, I got the results I wanted. Of course, because I was determined to get it no matter what. No matter what odds I faced, I was not going to let them stop me. And so I got what I wanted. You see what I mean? You can have anything you want if you put in the work. Anything at all. Of course, each desire that you have will require a different level of effort. Some things require you to work for 3 years, 5 years. But you can have it. It's just, are you ready to pay the price? I remember also when I wanted to become a photographer and I needed to buy a professional camera, and they're expensive if you know about professional cameras. And I couldn't afford it at the time because I had just started working. But I really wanted one very badly because it's almost impossible to practice photography, to actually be a professional photographer if you don't have your own camera. So I spoke to a cousin of mine. I worked out a payment plan. I told him, this is how I'm going to pay you back. I need this camera. And so he bought it for me. And I took an extra job. I did whatever it took. I came up with the money. By the time I was going to pay him back, he told me to keep it because he was so impressed at my drive, so impressed that I was so determined to get that camera that I wasn't going to let anything stop me. You see what I mean? You can have anything you want. It's like Abraham Lincoln said, you can have anything you want if you want it badly enough. Are you ready, really ready to have those things that you say you want? If you are, then you'll do the work. Don't just pay lip service to what you want. Don't just claim to want something and then do nothing about it. Trust me, nobody's going to drop it in your lap. You're going to have to do the work. And if you want it as much as you say you do, you will do the work. So write a list today and decide, what do you want? What is it going to take to get them? Nothing is impossible to those who believe, as long as they're ready to do the work. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and subscribe so you're the first to know when I post more great content. If you check the description box, I've left a link there to 2 free chapters of my book, Love Letter to My Ex. I promise you're going to enjoy it. Until next time, bye.